TJ, let's start with the goal, if we may, on Saturday. Great finish, you took it really well.
Yeah, it's a good finish actually. The defender couldn't defend it well, and came well for me, so finished it well.
And I mean, it was really, really important goal as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really important for the team, so we can get our hopes high, and we can hopefully stay in the league.
What did the gaffer say to you when he brought you on? What were the instructions?
He told me, like, get in there, win the game for us, do as much as you can to win every ball.
Because, I mean, that's one of the messages he's been giving us, is just how important it is that the substitutes come on and influence games. And you certainly did that, didn't you?
Yeah. So mostly the instructions is like, go in, do as much as you can, win the ball for us, get the winning goal, or get anything just for us to win the game. So, yeah. And
I mean, the whole ground was absolutely rocking at that point. It must be a great feeling when that goes in.
Yeah, it was. It was actually. I couldn't say how I felt, but it was really amazing.
Yeah. And obviously the important thing now is that you take that form up to Middlesbrough. I mean, it's no good beating Sheffield United and then losing at Middlesbrough, is it?
No, it's not, actually. And hopefully we'll win in Middlesbrough on Friday, because everyone, it's highly, how would I say it? Like, everyone is
excited?
Yeah, good. Everyone have a good motivation for the game. Yeah, the motivation is really high for the game. So.
Yeah, and I mean, that table it's still not great, but it's a lot better than it was on Saturday morning, isn't it? And I mean, it is still possible. You know, you go up there, you win there, and all of a sudden it puts the pressure on other teams, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Like, the teams closer to us, actually, the points are not that much. So if we win against Middlesbrough on Friday, to be like so much pressure on the other teams.
Brilliant. Best of luck. Thank you, TJ.
All right, thank you.
TJ, can I just ask you about the season as a whole? You obviously missed a lot of it because of injury.
Yeah.
You scored against Cardiff, then you got another injury.
Yeah.
Now you've scored again. You know, how difficult a season has it been for you to have so many stops and starts?
Actually, this is one of my difficult seasons that I've ever played in, because I haven't played much due to injury, and it's frustrating, but I overcame it, and it actually went good for me.
And if you could have a good finish to the final 4 games, that could make all the difference for Argyle, couldn't it?
Definitely it will, and I hope I can help the team also.
When you and Ryan Hardy were interviewed on the TV after the game,
yeah.
I think Ryan was very keen to make the point that although you'd been injured, you'd worked really hard and never let your head drop. Was it nice that he said something like that and sort of recognised what you did?
It was actually nice, because I wasn't thinking anyone was noticing, but yeah, I've been working hard for me to come back, and I think like they've been noticing it, so it's really nice and amazing to say that.
You and Ryan are strikers, but very different types of strikers, aren't you?
Yeah.
You've seen him. He's got 9 goals in his last 11 games. What's your assessment? What do you think of Ryan as a striker, as a goal scorer?
Yeah, that's what you said just now. Ryan is just a natural goal scorer. He's not the type that will like disturb defenders, but he's a natural goal scorer in the front of the goal. So I give that to him.
This is your first season playing in England. I know you've not played as many games as you wanted, but you've seen quite a few of the games as well. Yeah. What do you think of English football and the Championship?
Yeah, actually the physicality and the intensity of the Championship is really high compared to where I played. So I'd say like the intensity is really high, and I like it.
Would you have any interest at staying with Argyle next season?
Yeah, I have.
Depends if they stay up?
I wouldn't say that, but yeah, if we stay up, I have so much interest of staying. Yeah.
Because I think the club have an option to buy you, don't they, at the end of the loan? So that is a possibility as far as you're concerned?
Yeah,
What have you enjoyed about being at Argyle as a club?
Actually, everyone here is just like family. So the players, the coaches, all, the manager as well. So I think they made me feel like one of them. And the fans as well also. Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah, you were a very popular man last Saturday. that's for sure. And just one last thing, it has been a difficult season for Argyle, hasn't it? There's been lots of challenges and changes, but if you could stay up, what a finish that would be.
Well, that would be like the greatest finish, I think, because we've had so many defeats, so many wins, and then if we could stay up, that would be like one of greatest achievement for us.
Miriam, we talked obviously how good you were against Norwich, and then not so good against Swansea, and then up again. How do you make sure that it's not a down at Middlesbrough?
That's a tough question, and that's a good point, because we just somehow struggle a little bit in between after strong performances to remain strong, to be consistently and sustainable strong, and that's something that we have to manage, because the games are simply running out. We cannot afford another performance where we simply disappear. We just had too many of them. By the way, we had also some strong performances, and the next one for us is big again. Knowing all this, that Middlesbrough is just a top opponent of, in my opinion, the best team in possession, the best team with the ball, and they have something to play for. I think right now they're just 2 or 3 points behind the main target. So this will be, I think again an open one. We have two teams, with the same desire, and that's to grab the 3 point, and we just have to find a good setup, a good balance. That's why I talked yesterday also with Joe, today also with Adam, to remain calm, because not everything can be after script, not everything can follow up the game plan, and we have to still be in the game. Sheffield United is a good example. We are 1-0 down in the halftime, but we are still in the game. And Hull City away, for example, also Swansea, immediately after the first goal, we concede the second, almost the third. Sheffield Wednesday here, and there we have to stay calm. We have to survive this next challenging 5-10 minutes, and we can still stay in the game. And if we can manage to do this, we have a chance also to turn the game. And this is, I think, the balance we need.
I mean, with that in mind, and I was interested in what you said after the game on Saturday about how you were very keen to make sure you finish strongly. Is it more important at Middlesbrough that you start strongly, bearing in mind what happened at Swansea?
Yeah, that's another fair point, and I think we have to consider this. I had something in my mind before Sheffield United, and I was not 100% sure is this the right approach, because I had two different scenarios, how to start and how to finish. But luckily, I remained strong in my head and in my heart to stay on this decision, and especially the game changes had a massive impact on us. Started with Joe immediately in the half time, and I think we have to start strong again, and we will try to prepare again something very, very similar, where we have just both options, because we need to start strong and we need especially also to finish it in the same way.
Do you think you can get 90 minutes out of Joe Edwards now?
I want to start him, and I will start him. So that's even another secret. That's almost obvious after the last performance. So we can also take advantage out of his not only performance, out of his leadership and experience, because those are the little moments also in set pieces in opponent's box. Just his first action actually in opponent's box, he just went to Cooper and gave him a little shoulder. So these are little things, but they have massive impact. And also on the first goal of Hardy, he's involved. So not only performance based, he can play a crucial part for us, and he will play a crucial part, but also those kind of leadership things. So Joe for me is a starter, and he will play a part, and then let's see how we progress the game. Sometimes you can't simply plan this, because he can have an unbelievable high physical output in 45 minutes, and he can be empty. But the way I I understand Joe profiles the way I see Joe. He's very smart enough to manage himself until a certain point. And if he can't anymore, no problem at all. Other players will step in to do the task.
You said in the past it's important to get things from your substitutes, the game changes and that sort of thing. So you must have been very pleased. I think you only made 2 changes during the actual 90 minutes and one on pretty much on the full-time whistle. But you certainly did well with both of those changes, bearing in mind TJ's goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we've been also lucky in the last couple of, almost. I think we subbed a lot of goals and a lot of assists for a team that struggles actually to score goals or to create assists and goals. And I think that's why I like to call them also game changers, so they can change the game for us. And they had just obviously a big impact. Mohamed Tijani's physicality was just, suddenly the game changed for Sheffield. It's just something different to defend, and he did it well. And I think we have something very similar in our mind also, how to impact the game, and hopefully the boys will show up again, because we need simply this.
Injury-wise, how are you looking?
The usual suspects are out, so no one actually is able to return back. I think we are progressing very well with Nikola Katic. Maybe we are very optimistic right now, but there's even a little chance, because he absolutely wants and desperately wants, even to have him maybe available for Monday. So we will try everything to push for this.
Good luck. Thank you, Miro.
Thank you.
That's good news about Katic. That show, I think I've said this to you before, but I think it's, loan players that are committed to trying to help you out. That's not always the case, is it? That shows good desire and determination to help this club out, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%, because it's never easy, especially when the season is about to end. The loan players know exactly, I will return back to my home club, and I will return back to the roots, so they can lose a little bit also of spirit. But that's exactly the opposite, because Nikola, that's an international football player, it's a national player for Bosnia. He can also now use the next 2.5-3 weeks to completely recover, to completely heal. But he pushed us almost, don't get me wrong, it's not a negative context, he pushed us almost for this game against Middlesbrough. So he wanted. I like this, and that's why all the data, this is perfect. All the analysis, this is perfect. That's why you need a character check before you sign players. I knew in January this is the right player for us. I told you guys in January, this is a player with a big heart, with a big commitment, and look, he shows it even right now.
I think we all saw the video of Maxi saying he's going to be back before the end of the season. Can you tell us any more about that? Yeah,
he asked me about this. But the same approach also for Maxim. This guy is also desperately pushing. He wants to help. He wants to support. I don't want to put any pressure on him. I don't want to put any pressure also on the medical department. So he's trying his best. Those guys are trying their best. Let's meet somewhere in the middle, and why not?
Julio Pleguezuelo, another centre back. He's had cracked ribs, he's had a dead leg, and nothing seems to stop him playing, does it?
I love this guy. I simply love him. That's why my decision was so easy. It was like this, when I realized end of January, start of February, this guy is running out of contract. We need to get the job done there ASAP. Is a role model. Is actually, in terms of his attitude, his mentality, his mindset, an inspirational person, and we are super happy to have him inside our organization.
One of your other injured defenders is Brendan Galloway.
We have a lot of. I know. Can we speak about the guys again?
There's a long list of injured defenders and fit defenders, it seems sometimes. But he was obviously hurt in your first game here. Mm-hmm. Do you know anything about how he's getting on in his recovery? Is it going okay?
Actually, I know exactly how he's going on, and he's very close to the team. He's even integrated in a lot of things gradually inside the training. So he was today, for example, also doing the technical exercises, the boxes and everything. So he's very close to be part of. I know the season is about to end in 2.5 weeks, but he's very close to be fully fit. And then we're going to have the break. And then when we start the pre-season, he will be 100% fit, available, and I think Brendan, I can just purely see it in his eyes. He's just ready to push again.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you think he'll be ready for pre-season, because that will soon come around.
That's 100%. I think he will reach his the green light of the medical department almost in the next couple of 1, 2, 3 weeks. So for the pre-season, he should be fine.
What was his injury in the end, Miran? Can you tell us?
It was a muscle injury. He needed a surgery, so it's a
in his leg.
I have the feeling also when Brendan is picking up something, he's picking up something very, very big and something very serious. But that's past. He's on his way back, and that's good.
Middlesbrough have Finn Azaz and Morgan Whittaker, 2 players, former Argyle players, who were very successful for this football club. What's your thoughts on the 2 of them and their attacking abilities, and how you might try to stop them from being successful on Friday?
Actually, they're both very, very good, no doubt. I think Finn is coming from the left channel, Morgan, of course, usual from the right one. Both comfortable to play in the pockets, both comfortable with no space, so they can still receive, turn, they can have this individual action. But like the last couple of weeks, we have to solve this individual quality collectively with a good structure, with joining, and we can't let those players in a one-on-one. We need to be very quick to support and to join. Then we have a chance to stop them, because the individual quality is purely, very, very high. So these are both of them with Argyle history, and both of them, top profiles.
And with this being Easter, there's another game on Monday as well. You've got Middlesbrough away, which is your second longest trip of the season, and then you've got to prepare for Coventry on Monday. How much thought goes into planning for the 2 games when they're so close together, and you've got a very long trip for the first one? How much thought has to go into that? Absolutely
zero, because the focus is completely on Middlesbrough, because we never know what we're going to face over there. We never know what kind of physical output, what kind of injuries, minor things you're going to have, and it's impossible then to prepare. And we are simply also not in a position to prepare for the game after the game. We have to go all in now on Middlesbrough, and then on our way back we have to try everything best possible to recover, to recharge, just to go a couple of hours later again. But after Borough, we will figure out the plan also for Coventry.
Thank you for your time. Good luck on Friday.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Have you had a chance to look back at the last sort of 10 minutes of Saturday's game and sort of just realise it was just such a massive turnaround, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's we spoke a lot about momentum in football and taking advantage out of the momentum. I watched also yesterday Aston Villa versus Paris, and the momentum just Paris was able to score the 3rd one, and out of nowhere Aston Villa grabbed just the moment with the own goal to stay on them, and then we just felt it throughout the whole second half. We're still in the game. We can do this. It's one moment needed to get this last belief inside that we can actually turn this. And it was also the message inside the halftime, because for the last 4 months, 3.5, 4 months, Nance is always telling me, when we play Devonport End, crazy things can happen. He's consistently telling me this. And I told the lads at the half, don't forget Devonport End, the madness can start over there with us. And we sometimes have also, when we play, that was the corner over there that, sometimes almost impossible things are possible. And we had this, magical moment the last 10, 15 minutes against Sheffield, and why not creating those kind of moments again, on Monday. I will be the first to sign this.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say analogy, but the parallel that's how your season could go. Because I remember the Sky cameras, I don't know if you know about, or whoever, the cameras panned in on you, and I saw you didn't say any rude words. You said, "We can do this." And I could see you saying that from the touchline once Ryan Hardy scored. So do you understand what I'm saying? You might as well have the same belief that you can do this in the last few games.
Yes, otherwise I will never shout this, believe me. No. Because I'm only shouting what I truly believe, and I just felt that we are not happy with this 1-1. We can actually do this, and we can try to push for the second one, and to go really for the big one. And we believed it, we did it, and we have 4 more games to go. Let's keep the faith and let's keep the belief.
Are you excited by it?
Very much,
Yeah.
But not that I'm going too crazy.
No.
So not that I'm also somehow hiding somewhere. I'm very much looking forward. I try to enjoy also those kind of moments when they are difficult, because just just 2-3 days later, I was on a touchline in Swansea. But that's a moment you also have to stay there and to stay strong. You're 2-0 down. You could be 7-0 down if you're completely honest. But there's some moments, it's also part of my job. And then you are also on the touchline, you have the lead of 2-1 with the Sheffield United. So also nice moments, but also important moments. So I never lose my head, regardless I'm here or I'm Swansea away 3-0 down.
Is the most difficult thing you're going to have to do is translate Saturday's form onto the pitch on Friday? Because as we all know, it's been up, down, up, down. So is that the most difficult thing in your mind at the moment going into that game?
Maybe, but it's achievable, because somehow that's also a pattern, like our being unpredictable, that we are performing against top teams and we are collecting points against top teams. It's Sheffield United, it's Norwich, it's West Brom, it's Sunderland. So against the top teams, we're collecting points, and we're going to face another top team on Friday. Come on, this is their. We know what their challenge is. It's playoff one. But it is how it is, and we have a chance.